This is Bobby with Bobby Stamps, and I'm going to share with you today my free make and take packets for January 2021. So let's go ahead, and at the beginning of the video I'll show you my make and take one, and then right after the first video the second one will play, and then the third, so just watch to the end. How this works is if you place an online order with me and you spend $25, you earn one free make and take packet. If you spend $35, you earn two, and if you spend $50, I send you all three make and takes. And don't forget that January is celebration month, so you will get a free item. When you place your order, you'll get to choose a free item from the celebration catalog. So this is my first make and take, and I'm gonna send you everything you need. I'll send you the little gems, the little cutout here that you won't get, the DSP, everything that you need. The only thing I'm not gonna send is the blends, of course. Okay, let me move this off to the side and let everything start falling. I moved my craft room around a couple of days ago, so I'm totally lost on where everything is. I really hope that I'm in camera view and you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to monitor that, but I noticed a video that I did yesterday. I kind of, when I was showing something, was a little bit closer to myself and you guys couldn't see. So hopefully I am where you can see me. So the base of the card is just jade, and this is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. And then I'm gonna send you two pieces. Well, actually one piece of DSP. This piece is cut at 3 by 4, a piece of basic black that is cut 3 by 4, another strip of basic black that is cut 1 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then a piece of DSP that is cut at 1 inch by 4 1/4. And the DSP, this is one of the items you can earn for free in the celebration catalog. It's called Flower and Filled Designer Series paper, and it's just very, very pretty. It's got some very bright, bold colors. I just love that one, and I love this one too. So a lot of fun colors in this paper pack, and it coordinates with the Bumblebee, Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Grainy Apple Green, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Pink Petal, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, Shaded Spruce, So Saffron, and Whisper White. And that is a ton to have that coordinate with. So let's go ahead and we'll start. I'm using, this is one of my favorite stamp sets that came in the new catalog. This is the Hey Girlfriend. It's $1 million achiever stamp set designed by one of the Stampin' Up! Demonstrators that has sold $1 million in Stampin' Up! Products. I cannot remember her name, but on stage she demonstrated the stamp set, and there's a girl I work with, and that is her catchphrase, is "Hey girlfriend." She's always saying that, and it just cracks me up. Okay, so I'm gonna take the piece of basic black and just put some Stampin' Seal on the back, and I'm gonna look at my corners here, and I'm just gonna kind of center it and match this one up so it's hitting that corner and this one down here. I don't want it to go off the page. Then I'm gonna take the Designer Series paper, and I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm just going to turn it in the opposite direction of the black. So I'm just going to line that corner up there, keeping an eye on my corner down here. So something like that. It's just kind of like for visual. I'm going to take the Designer Series paper strip, and I'm going to, if I can get my Stampin' Seal to work, put a little bit there. I'm just going to put this right in the center, just like this. Then I'm gonna run a strip. I've been using my silicone mat so I don't get adhesive on my work surface, because I do that quite a bit. And then I'm gonna take one of, and I'll send you this as well. So this is the square vellum doilies. You'll get a half a square because that's what you need to finish the card. And one side is a little bit, I think, more matte than the other. It's kind of got like a front and back to it. So I'm going to put the side that I want to be in the front face down on that strip of adhesive, just like so. I'm just going to flip this around and grab that Stampin' Seal again and put another strip right there. And then I'm just going to place this kind of in the middle of the card like that. Okay, let's move these. So I'm going to send you the Whisper White that you're going to need to stamp our little girl on. And that comes from the Nested Labels. And then the two hearts, Basic Black and Rococo Rose, I used the Be Mine Stitched framelets. This coordinates with the Meant to Be stamp set. So you get both of those, and then it looks like I didn't bring these over, but these are the Tasteful Labels dies, and this is the little flag, and I did that on Whisper White. So what we're going to do is grab our Memento Black, and we'll just ink her up, and then just stamp her right there in the center, just like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and ink up the sentiment that says, I heart my besties. Stamp that right in the center of that. And then I am going to do some coloring. So I'm going to use the ivory for her skin tone. I've got the dark and light, just jade, but I used the light. And then I also have the light and dark Rococo Rose. And again, I used the light, but I did do the lipstick with the dark Rococo Rose. And then the light soft suede is what I used for her hair. Now at this point, I will speed up the video so you don't have to watch. It won't take so long for me to do the coloring, so I'll speed it up once I start coloring, okay? Okay guys, so one thing I did do is I colored in the heart using the Rococo Rose in the light, and I couldn't tell if that piece was supposed to be a part of her hair or her bow, and it does look like it's the hair, so I think I did a good job on that. Okay, so let's flip this over and put some dimensionals on the back. And you can use whatever color. You could color, you know, I could have colored her whole outfit in the Just Jade, but I just kind of wanted a lot of color on this card. So I'm just going to place a couple of dimensionals on the back. And you could even take your Wink of Stella and, you know, make her lips sparkle. Put a little bit of sparkle on her lips if you want to. And on the inside of the little heart where it says, I heart my besties, I think that would be super cute to put it there. Just a suggestion. Okay, let me grab the backings off of my dimensionals, and then you're just going to place her right in the center like that. Okay, then we're going to take some of the dimensional backing off and place the heart right down here towards the bottom, something like that. And then we'll place the sentiment right. I kind of did mine straight, going across there straight like that. And then we'll take the Rococo Rose heart and just kind of put it right there at the bottom. And then we're going to use some of these matte black dots that are in the mini catalog. And we're going to place a larger one right here. And then I'm going to put a smaller one right beside it, and then I'm going to put another larger one down here. And I used these a lot in my class I just designed for my monthly kit club, and I used the Always in My Heart stamp set, and I used these. It's really a lot of black and white cards. I really like how that class turned out. If you want information about that, joining my kit club, or I also offer it as my monthly online class. So if you don't want to join the kit club and just take the class, all the information is on my blog. It's bobbystamps.com. So there you guys go. This is Make and Take 1. I will be right back with Make and Take 2. Okay guys, I am back with our second project. So this is a super cute, simple, easy calendar card. that you can make. I guess it's not a card, it's a calendar. But you can set it on your desk. So if you guys can see that, that's little V is how it sets. And I am including the 2021 calendar for you. And I'll show you just here in a minute where I get my calendars from. But the calendar is what I'm going to use as my customer gifts for January. So I'm sending that to you for free, along with the Make and Take packet. So I'll tell you everything. Let me grab that calendar. I put them away. I forgot to get my own. Hold on. So I get them at a place called Tailored Expressions, and that is the website right there if you want to order some. And I can't remember how many. I want to say you get 10, maybe more, in a pack. And they're very, very cheap. I think, I can't even remember. I want to say it's 10. You get 10 in a pack. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Okay, so our base is Night of Navy. This is 4 1/4, and then I scored it at 5 1/2. I can't find my bone folder. Oh, here it is. So I'm just gonna get that a nice crisp. Okay, so that's gonna be our base, and then I cut another piece. This is 4 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then I scored it at, on the short side, I scored it at 1/2 inch, 1 3/4, and 3. And then you're going to fold it. This is going to go in just like that. And then you're going to fold this piece back, flip that over, and fold that other piece back. Okay, so that's that piece. Then you have a piece of designer series paper that is 4 by 5 1/4. Another piece of Night of Navy that's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then our DSP is 3 by 4. And then the label that we're going to stamp our sentiment on came from the Hippo Friends dies. And I will want to show you this paper. It's the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. That is a part of one of the celebrations. This paper is gorgeous. I absolutely love this paper. I think this is probably my favorite out of the whole catalog. It is yummy. Love, love, love this paper. I already have quite a bit of it. Probably more than what I'll ever use during celebration. So I'm using the Ridiculously Awesome stamp set. We're going to use the one that says Make Today Ridiculously Awesome. And then I'm going to use Night of Navy ink. So let's go ahead and stamp that. This is going to go together really, really quick. So I'm just going to ink that. I'm just going to make sure I get it inked up really well, because the first one I tried to stamp kind of come out a little bit wonky. So we're just going to line that up. And I'm just going to lay that off to the side. Whoops, I always want to put those in there backwards now since I moved my table around. I'm not sure why, but I do. Okay, let's take this piece. I'm going to go ahead and put my designer series paper on here. And just decide which side you want to be your front. And you're just going to put that on just like you do if it's a card. Let's go ahead and layer this piece on. And just center that like so. And then we'll just layer this right on top. Okay, and we'll just put this right. I'm going to put it down just a little bit lower instead of dead center, just so I can make sure that the little label thing is going to fit good. We're going to open this piece up. Now, I'm going to use tear tape just because. Let me see if I can get my tear tape out of where I keep it. I had a little bit of a hard time trying to get this straight on this Stampin' Seal Plus. So I just thought it would probably be easier for me to just use some tear tape. So I'm just gonna rip that tape off. You could also use Tombow if you wanted to. So I'm just gonna put this right down. And then where I went over, I'm just gonna snip that off. Just like that. And we'll do the same thing to this side. Try to eyeball it. I thought I did a better job than that. Okay. And just put this piece right down like that. Gonna peel that off with my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm just going to take this piece and fold it right. I'm going to line it up right here at the bottom. Whoops. Right at the bottom. And on the side, just make sure you have it lined up right. And then just, ooh, don't let it move on you like I just did. Fold that right over. Burnish it down. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. And this one should fold right over. And then just do the same thing, and then it'll stand up really nicely. Grab yourself your calendar. Gonna rip off the front one. Now I'm gonna use some Stampin' Seal Plus for this, just because it's gonna get ripped, pulled on, all that kind of thing. And I'm going to put mine down here towards the bottom because I want to make sure. I'm going to leave just a little bit of the DSP showing. And I'm going to take my sentiments and I'm going to pop that up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. You could add a little butterfly or flower, something like that if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave mine just like I made it, and I'm going to put it right in front of me as my little storage that I have my inks on. I'm constantly looking up for the calendar for the date, and if my phone isn't right beside me, I have to get up. So I'm going to put this right there, and that way I can just use this all year long. And then just put this right there at the top and have it centered, and there you go. Don't go too far, guys. I'm going to be right back with the third project for my make and takes. Okay, guys, the next card, we're going to use the Darling Donkeys. This is such a favorite. Every year there's one that everybody loves, and it's this one. So I made this super cute card. And this stamp set is actually one that you can earn if you spend $50. So you could earn that for free. So I'm using that and the DSP. I can't remember. Let me grab it. I can't remember the name of the DSP. And I just used it for my monthly Cake Club projects. True Love Designer Series paper. So this is all black and white. And again, it's just very, very pretty Designer Series paper. This is in the regular, the January to June catalog. Okay. My card base is just regular basic black. 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have a piece of Poppy Parade that is 4 by 5 1/4. Let's go ahead and just put some Stampin' Seal Plus on this. And we'll just layer this like that. And then I have 4 different strips of the Designer Series paper. I cut at 1 inch by 4 inch. And then I'm going to use the banners Pick-a-Punch and just put those right in there. Make sure I have them straight. Oops. What happened? Oh, I don't have it already in there. All the way in there. And then we'll just pop those out. And you can flip it over if you want to make sure that you have it lined up. Normally, if you go all the way in and just make sure you have it centered, you're pretty good. That one looks like it might have churned a little bit. And do this one. And you can use either side. I just thought the non-flower sides would look better, so that's why I chose to use them. Okay. And then I just laid this out. I put one at the top where I kind of thought I would want it to go, and I left a little, let me see if I can redo this one. Get that little jagged piece of paper off there. One might come out a little bit shorter now. So I just kind of eyeballed the top one and then kind of made sure I had the same amount there at the bottom. And then I laid this piece down, and then I laid that piece down there. And then I simply just took my Stampin' Seal. This is some extra DSP that I had done some coloring on, so yours won't have that on the back, I promise. This way I'm not wasting it. Now, I honestly would do the bottom one, just so that way you can work in the other two where you think. I'm going to move this one down just a little bit. Just kind of move that one up like that. And this one about there. They don't have to be perfect, you guys. Okay. Then I sent you a Whisper White label, and we will ink up the donkey in Memento ink. So I'm just gonna do something like this. Make sure I get him all inked up. And then I'm gonna stamp him towards the bottom because we have to put our sentiment at the top. So we want to make sure we have enough room. So for that, I'm going to use Poppy Parade and the sentiment that says, "Hey there, friend." I'm going to ink that up really well and just stamp it right in the center at the top like that. I think my Poppy Parade might need to be re-inked. Then I'm going to use my, I think this one is laying there from another project that I haven't put away yet. I'm going to use my light Old Olive and my light and dark Smoky Slate. And then I'm going to use the dark Poppy Parade. The dark Poppy Parade I'm going to use on the flower. And I'm going to use the Old Olive for the stem and the leaf. And then I'm just going to use the light for the donkey's body. And then trace over with the dark. I will speed up the video here, so that way you guys, it won't take forever for you guys to watch me do my coloring. Okay, guys, let's bring this in, and once I find my Stampin' Dimensionals that I just had 5 minutes ago. Okay, they're laying right here beside me. We'll pop that up with Dimensionals. Oops. Oops. Put that right in the center. And you could add some ribbon behind there if you wanted to. And then I'm going to use these super duper cute resin hearts. I absolutely love these. These are very, very cute. I have a white heart, right? I bet that got stuck when I opened those up and left them lay like that. So let's see. Let's put one right there, one of the white ones. I need to fold this back out of my way. And then we'll put another one right there by that rose. And then I'm going to put a red one here. And grab another red one and put up there by where we put the sentiment. And you could add them around the background too if you want. So you'll receive those as well to stick on your card. So that's it, you guys, for January's free make and takes. This is the third and final project. I hope that you guys enjoyed them. And remember, if you spend $25 in my online store, I'll send you the first make and take. If you spend $35, I will send you the calendar. And if you spend $50, you will earn this free make and take. Plus, you will get to choose an item from the Celebration catalog for every $50 that you spend. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.